Hello everyone, welcome to the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I am DDO's community manager, Cordovan, and I'm going to be with you for the next hour, hanging out, having some fun, doing Q&A, and making a little bit of an announcement here at the start. Let me get into the Cerulean Hills first, so I have a nice pretty background from which to announce when the next season of the Hardcore League will start. Yes. I got some info. How you doing? Before I do that, let me make sure I'm live on everything. So, there we are. We are live on YouTube, and we are live on, let me refresh Facebook real quick. I hope everyone's doing okay. We've got, the other thing I could do is I prepared for our bonus days. I know, what? Prepared? Right, yeah. So, our bonus days bonus is double daily dice. Sure, I'm glad I actually looked that one up before I rolled my daily dice this morning. So there we are. Okay, I am now live on Facebook as well. Alright, so next season of Hardcore League. Yeah, we got a little bit of news there. We are going to be opening, our target date to open the next season of the Hardcore League, Season 4, will be on Wednesday, March 31st. Yes, Wednesday, March 31st will be the fourth season of the Hardcore League, and that will take us 90 days, which I'm also looking at the calendar to make sure my data is correct. It'll be through Tuesday, June 29th, being shut off the morning of Wednesday, June 30th. So when we go down for our regular downtime, most likely, I would assume that Wednesday will be the end of that hardcore season. So, but it starts March 31st. Today, a little later today, I'll probably be updating DDO.com hardcore with sort of a coming soon page. And then in the coming days, we'll have a little bit more. I was hoping we might even have a little bit more to say about how it'll be different this year. I'm not comfortable enough to announce all of that today, but I will say that we're considering, for example, whether we're bringing back our... Oh, I suppose I should fight my way there since I'm not high level, just to be safe. And so I don't die in the live stream to a wolf in the Cerulean Hills. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Okay. Anyway. So that's pretty cool. I was hoping we'd have more info about, like, whether we're going to do past lives. The current thinking is maybe not. Whether we're going to do, not past lives. Sorry. Why do I call it past lives? Shoot. Sorry. Let me redo that. Extra lives. You know, the ones you get at 8 and 16. I think we're not going to do that this time. At least that's the current thinking. We could be swayed otherwise, but I think that's the current thinking here. We have a couple surprises up our sleeves, which I'm not going to spoil today. And we have got the next season starting. We can tease a few of the rewards maybe. That's what I was hoping to have done for today, and that isn't done and ready. I also don't have enough to give you the full roster and all that. Plus, I think there may be some interest in teasing, saving that for before we, like, for reals go live, right? On the 31st of March. But we'll see. We'll see. At the very least, there's the date. So for those of you who have been wanting to, quote, prepare, as it were, for the next season of Hardcore, consider yourself warned. Yes. So there we are. You know what I need? I need some healing backup. So there we go. Hirelings, healing hirelings. I'm getting a hireling from the store because I need it. Maloran, is that who the level 4 is? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure it's Maloran. Yep, Maloran. There you are, buddy. Why don't you come along with me and help keep me alive a little bit? There we are. Okay.
You've entered the ruined temple by its long-abandoned rear entrance. Foxpaw came here to find some sort of sacred bounty.
I have heard no plans not to offer it to people of all account types.
By the telltale scent of blood.
So I think the current thinking is that we will probably not have any extra lives, and we will have it open to everybody who wishes to join. Again, like always with the hardcore seasons, I would not expect necessarily, I mean, we do set some precedent, right? Just kind of over time. But there's also a thing where we tend to want to fiddle with it a little bit. And so that should be maybe, you should consider that part of your expectation heading into seasons of hardcore, is there may be a little fiddling, as it were. Figuratively. Although, with the release of our new raid, maybe I need to stop using that phrase, because you never know. Anyway, alright. Next Lamania preview soon? Yeah, I would expect that to be pretty soon. In particular, I think that it is likely we will have a preview in the relatively near future. I don't know if that means in March or in April yet. But the relatively near future where we're going to preview the upcoming changes that we're doing to bows. And so we'll be... I think the goal is to do a first preview of, like, just the quote bow changes. And the reason for that is to make sure we give it a nice separate preview where we can really get people's feedback and kind of figure out what's up. So, yeah. No, really think here. How do I do this? This is, how do I do this? I do this by sending it this way. No, sending it this way. Oops. Nope, not that way. Nope. Here we go. That ain't gonna work either. So, maybe like this. And that'll send it right back there. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna ditch it. I don't think I actually need to do this, do I? Alright. Anyway. That's the current thinking of what's up, so. Let me set this person to attack. For just a little bit of backup there. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? I haven't looked at chat yet. Guess I should do that. Yeah, so this is overall a pretty casual stream. I do try to get a little bit of news in there whenever I can. But I don't really feel, this is a more open place, where I can kind of speculate maybe a little bit more. But that's not the case, though, for Hardcore. I'm actually here to announce that Hardcore Season 4 will begin March 31st. So that's exciting news, and I'm looking forward to it. It's we wanted to, take a look at a lot of your feedback from the last year, in particular, 2020, where we did all three as it were. And so we left a little bit of a longer break for this one. And it seems like people are ready for it. Of course, that's always a subjective thing, right? But that's the general feeling I have, is that people are ready for a new season of Hardcore if they want. So, And I have seen the rewards, and I think they're pretty nifty. And then we've also mentioned in the producer's letter, that the focus will be on the Dalkir lords. So that's kind of the theme, as it were.
Damp air flows up from the caverns deep below.
Yeah. And the rewards are appropriately themed. I am currently... Oh, here, I can mention that, I guess, a little bit as well. So, for the past couple months, I guess what? Really, yeah, the last couple months, I've been on Kyber. Rolling up and kind of fixing up this old character, which was actually my very first character in DDO. It seemed just kind of like a little anniversary time frame thing to do. What I did is I plus TR'd this person, and now I'm currently going through lobby stuff. You know, you don't get that far when you're doing a lot of, you're kind of multitasking and live streaming. So I'm only level 5 right now. But I've been only playing this character on the stream. And that's been fun. And so you can kind of see the character evolve a little bit. But it's time to let that character rotate out as well. I think we've seen enough of Armag until I get a little higher level, I think, basically is the goal here. And, are you, Maloran? And why are you not here? Okay, there you go. How about you heal me? So, I think what's going to happen is this week and next, I will probably be on Armag. And then after that, I'll swap on over to the Hardcore League. And we'll run a little bit of that. I guess we'll just kind of see what the whims of fate take us there to some extent. And run hardcore for a while. And then I thought maybe I would go back to a server rotation. Because it's been a little while. Although I think I might, instead of doing like every week, because it keeps you pretty scattered. You'd be surprised how hard it is to keep remembering all this stuff week after week, and you feel like you never really make any progress in your characters because all you're ever doing is playing it, let's be real, like half hour, 45 minutes in total, because you're also multitasking and doing other things, and you're not really dedicated to leveling up, that kind of stuff. So I want to spend a little bit more time with each character on the server. Maybe not quite as long as we spent with Armag here. I've heard some feedback that maybe it's getting a little old. So maybe I'll try to swap it out a little more frequently than that. But I think after the hardcore, I'll just start with the A's, and we'll go to Argo, and start doing maybe 3-4 weeks. Or whatever feels right, on each server. So that is my kind of rough streaming plan here. We are going to have, presumably, one show specifically based on the bow changes, and we will, on Lamania, and we will presumably have another thing that might be on Lamania afterwards. And so that we can look forward, that'll be, you know, in the coming couple of months. Actually, you know, one thing I can mention we are working to do as well. This past weekend and recent weeks have been a little rough on the game performance front. We recognize that. And we have been working to make some corrections there. And the hope is that in the near future we've got some pretty good stuff that we can make some improvements on, and then probably preview that as well on Lamania. Reason being is it would just be useful to be able to get it there. I mean, you're always going to have a difference between Lamania and Live, and I think that everyone recognizes that. But nonetheless, I still think because of the work that we're doing, that there's going to be a lot of value in getting a chance to get some targeted feedback from Lamania. So that'll be happening too. That'll be a separate preview though from the bow changes, which really deserve their own separate preview, as they are their own separate thing. And, you know, fairly significant. And something we would really love to get some targeted feedback on, obviously. So, yeah.
You find a dull and rusted scythe among the other garden tools in this workshop. You take it with you.
But I'm not sure on the exact timing. You know, it may be April-ish before you start seeing all of that. We'll see. Armag is a pure fighter, by the way. That's all Armag. Kind of ever will be to some extent. We'll see. But, you know. The danger bongos. I love that so much. But you know what? I love it. I would be so sad if that went away. Are you kidding me? You can't get rid of that. Executive stamp no. From Cordovan on that. Not like I have the ability to do that, but I'm just saying. Can't get rid of the danger bongos. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not prepared to talk about what we've discovered so far about the sources of game performance issues and that. But like I say, it's something that has been of, we've been spending a not insignificant amount of time looking into it in recent weeks. And hopefully have made some progress that we'll be able to share more with you in the near future. There we go, read all the notes. Am I ready to discuss the level cap increase to 40? Oh my god, we're going to 40? When did that happen? No, sorry Titan. You know, we've had talked, a couple producers' letters ago about it, and that really is where it sits. I'm not aware of any immediate work in that regard to announce. You know, we'll see. We'll see.
Walls will allow the door to open.
Oh, maybe I should have picked up the crests, huh? Where the heck were they now? Oh, that one's back behind there. That was that one. But the other one is... No, that's where the scythe was. There's no crest here. There's rubble, though. I thought it was by the... No. No. Sure, no. Alright. Is there one in here? No. No. Okay, there's the crest of the scorpion. And then is the other up... Better? Has to be. No, I haven't heard of anything about a mega server at all outside of that PAX East time frame question. Well, anyway, you only need one, so. I mean, I do have spotlights in my face, but I'm not that dense, am I? Mega server, no mega desk. Yes. That'd be pretty sweet, wouldn't it? Yeah. This one then. There we go. Okay. Danger bongos are the best bongos. I agree. Yeah. All right. There have never really been any serious plans to port TDO to consoles, as someone on Facebook asked for us to do. I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, Cordovan, rethink. What did you do wrong here, and where is your second crest? What did you... Oh! Did I do it? Did I just think of it? Alright.
You find a knapsack on the balcony. Its contents.
Yay! Alright.
Returned from a long voyage. You hear one last somber note play as the door creaks open. You emerge into the hot air and find yourself on the back porch. You see signs that some monsters have taken up residence in this musty system.
Oh, Rusties.
They spring from the dirt and attack.
No, I don't actually need to do that either. Oops.
You use the scythe to cut down the
I
bamboo
do use the scythe.
before it stretches an overgrown
Oh, I could mention that I am going to be a guest host on DDOcast on Saturday. Patrick has an obligation that he can't make this weekend show, so we asked if I would be willing to guest host, and I was like, sure. So it's going to be me and Even and Bonnie Bew, I believe, and the three of us are gonna talk about the latest news. I'll be the facilitator, and we're just gonna send the show back to Patrick to include the latest discussion on and get out to a show proper. So we'll be probably doing that discussion at somewhere at 3 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. Is the rough time frame. It's around 3 o'clock Eastern. Maybe I'll just do it on my own Twitch channel, just so I can download the video and export it to them or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. I'll talk to him between now and then and figure out if I can get a key to DDO Cast channel or something like that. But it's going to be a fun time. So anyway, that'll be Saturday around 3 o'clock Eastern if you want to check that out. So that's something fun. Otherwise, I've mostly been on Thelanis, leveling up a TR character, kind of in a similar state to, well, actually in a much better state than Armagh. I've got 3 past lives on that character. And I'm running through my shifter life. And I'm doing a barbarian. Basically, my kind of, I don't know what you want to call it, pretty amateur. I don't worry about it. Sort of Ravager, Frenzy Berserker build that really I've found over the years works well for me. So that's the deal there. You know, one of those builds I'm not sure I'd recommend that anyone else play, but it really does work for me. So because of that, I keep playing it. Anyway, what was I saying? I've been mostly playing that in Thelanis, leveling up that, doing some of the anniversary stuff. Oh yeah, the anniversary event is still active. That's going to be going through March 23rd here, so that'll be through, oh yeah, through next Tuesday, so this is the final weekend of the anniversary event as well. I think a lot of people already kind of have their stuff, as it were, but if you have not had an opportunity yet, you do have an opportunity now. Oops. Okay, wait a second. Where's my bearings? Where's my mind? Here we are. Here we are. All right, today, as a matter of fact, is St. Patrick's Day, is it not? Hope everyone celebrating that has a good time today. You know, I actually personally live far enough from Boston that the kind of Boston culture proper doesn't quite get to me. I have more of a New England culture here because I personally am more like in a non-urban part of Massachusetts, and but like the Boston Parade and that, you know, is a big deal. Not happening again this year, of course, because of COVID. So.
Briar screams as the bird descends upon Rosemary and Sage.
Well, this is probably the, you know, presumably, hopefully, right? By next year, things should be looking pretty good. So that's that'll be nice. No, I do not live anywhere near Cambridge. I couldn't afford that. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, you know how expensive stuff is there? Yeah.
And now look what you've done. You want my sons? Come and get them.
Blinded and enraged, the phantom
Lauren. When I really needed you, you weren't there for me. Yeah. Now I'm afraid. There we go.
The phantom shrieks, her voice echoing through the clearing and sending a sharp pain to your skull. But soon she dissolves into a thin mist and vanishes. You
All
read
right.
the song lyrics written on this page. You found Rosemary's songbook, but most of the pages are torn or missing. Perhaps there is something else nearby that can deliver a song back to the gatekeepers. You realize that Rosemary's parrot has learned to repeat parts of her songs. With the bird in tow, you can finally return to the gatekeepers and leave this cursed place behind you.
Am I running a fighter or paladin build? Can I talk about it a little bit? Yeah, sure, I could talk about it a bit. So the main idea here is I'm probably going to be pure fighter. That is really more of a thematic thing with our Mog. He started as a pure fighter back in 2006, and I intend to basically keep it. I also like the versatility and ability to take a million feats. It's fun. In terms of the enhancement work, I'm doing Stalwart Defender, and then I will mostly be going into Vanguard after that. I will be Sword and Board with two-handed fighting and Bastard Sword most likely, because that again is both thematic to Armagh, but also what I like to play for this particular kind of character and build. So I'll probably be using Tower Shield when I get a good Tower Shield, but for now, Large Shield is fine. And yeah, Bastard Sword, most likely. Unless for some reason I pull some really cool Kopesh or something, but Bastard Sword is basically what it's going to be, I think, so. Yeah, so really, you know, not all that fancy a build or anything. Pretty standard stuff, I guess. You know, Pure Fighter, Vanguard, Stalwart Defender, lots of armor class, lots of, you know, defense. Do my best to be able to kind of tank a little bit and also dish out a little bit of damage. Survive for the live stream, which doesn't hurt either.
Something
Maloran,
glimmers
God.
It must be one of the visions
Oh,
revealed
I can't
by
leave
the
him. He's in a
gatekeeper's
dungeon. Well,
spell.
Maloran, you're just gonna have to pike.
A groan from the nearby cot shows that this orc elder is alive, though not in any condition to receive
Oh,
guests.
there we go. Yeah. I remember this. Okay. Yeah, very U.S. specific question, but who all got their stimulus checks already? I did actually today. This morning I did. That was kind of nice. It's already gone. So, there you go. But that's fine. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so I could just mention real quick, we did have a very small patch today. There's a very small game update, but no release notes, which tends to lead the curious to wonder whether or not maybe we're fixing an exploit. The answer to that one is yes, on today's patch. And that's as much as I am going to be able to say about it, but we did, as a matter of fact, do a thing today that is exploit repair based in nature, and so that's going to be the most amount of info I'm going to be able to provide for you, unfortunately. I apologize.
Ahead is a small fountain, flanked by two large bears. Fortunately for you, these particular bears are stuffed.
Yeah. I don't know that this one particularly had much impact on server stability. But I really can't, again, I can't really get into it, so. Otherwise, I don't know. I could say I've been a little bit getting ready to do mini painting. How many of you do mini painting? I bet some of you. Please? Surely, right? I mean, come on. We gotta be like 80% mini painters here, right? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna be doing some mini painting in the near future, and that's pretty exciting. Simply, I've got a big pile to paint, and so I'm gonna be getting through some of it in the near future is the plan. I admit that my hand is neither steady enough for excellent mini painting, nor my eyes good enough for excellent mini painting, but I don't need to be excellent. I just need to do it for myself. And so I accept kind of my amateur limitations and I don't know, have just sort of not worried about it. So my mini paints meet my quality bar. And other than that, that's it. So. I used to like looking at really nice mini paints on social media, and then I realized all it did was just cause me agony. Agony that I will never be good enough. And, maybe I will never be good enough. And that's okay. I've been painting them since I was like 7 or 8, actually. Seems young now, especially since they were made of lead. But hey, so you just handed your kids things to paint that were full of lead. That's it. It was the 80s, man. I'm sure I asked for them. Oh, those little cardboard pinball machines? I have not really had them out much. I have to admit, I got into it a lot. I thought it was really, really fun. And I thought it might be a really good COVID thing to do. There was this kind of cardboard pinball table maker that is out there. You can, if you don't know about it already, you can Google it real quick. But I thought I'd do it with my kid. And I had a blast. I loved it. I loved it so much I ended up making a couple of them just for myself. But I have to admit that he never really got into it other than sort of banging around a ball in a pre-created open playboard. So I don't know. So overall, they're fun for me, but maybe it's more for nerdy dads than anyone else. Is that why I'm like this? Oh, I'm sure. Oh, good point. Good point. Maybe. I still have most of those old Grenadier mini painting boxes. The minis, unfortunately, are long gone. But the boxes I managed to retain. So I've got the old 80s Grenadier boxes for like the Halfling set, the Wizard's Lair, the Monster set that's got the old Beholder and Yuan Ti on it. Some of that kind of stuff. And I actually have them on my desk at work. Which I haven't been to in a very long time. But I actually have them on my desk at work as kind of one of my main little bits of fashion and fun on my desk because it looks cool. And everyone in the office knows exactly what they do.
You've found what the initiate was sent to retrieve. The skull of an orc elder.
No, I didn't
What
chew on the
was it
lead
that
paint. Ooh,
sent
bottle
the
of smoke.
initiate to plunder this sacred site? And why?
Boom! Bottle of smoke! Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, except, I mean, I actually really like that crude bauble, too, for a Lobby gear. But sure, I'll take that bottle of smoke. I guess the stream luck hits again, huh? You know, I don't know that there really has been much activity in the office over the past year, and the reason I chuckled there earlier is I'm pretty sure... Maybe I'm wrong? I'm pretty sure this Friday, the March 19th, will mark... one year from when we were all officially sent home from the office. Although by that point already a few people had, just for various reasons, been largely working from home a bit already. You know, because they got kids and all that kind of stuff. And that was, by March 19th, everyone was well aware of what was going on. But I think it was formally on March 19th that the office closed. So that means almost exactly 1 year. It's kind of, you know, sad and humbling and interesting and amazing. I personally think that we as a development team can hold our heads up pretty high for the work that we have done in the year 2020 during this past year during COVID. I personally am pretty happy with what we've all been able to accomplish. Yeah, I think by this point, you know, we've really got things cooking. About as good as they're gonna get, right? So that's good.
You've arrived at the main shaft of the abandoned mine. Security constables shuffle around nearby, still crafting long enough to be linked.
The weather here in Massachusetts is starting to feel more spring-like. It's actually moving pretty good.
This journal orders the mine's closure due to the release of some kind of hostile creature. Surely you'd be doing everyone a favor if you cleared out the dangers from this dusty old mine.
So, yeah. Gonna probably get the RC cars out. I'm also an RC car nerd, for those who don't know. I myself don't appear to be likely to be getting vaccinated against COVID anytime soon. We'll see. Things seem to be moving very slowly and then very quickly. So we'll kind of have to see where that ends up. I was hoping to get vaccinated this month, but I guess we'll have to see. At least get the first dose. But I'm pretty comfortable working from home here. And, you know, I think I'm lucky that because I tend to have a fairly online-focused job to begin with, a lot of the work tools and everything I use are online, which means that, you know, it's relatively easy. It's pretty easy for me to work from home all said and done. Which, for me, is nice, of course. I think about the world builders trying to build game worlds from their houses, and my understanding, too, is that's been pretty darn good in 2020 as well, and that's part of the reason we were as able to be as successful as we were, is some real hard work done by tech ops people early on in the pandemic to prepare SSG to continue development as we transitioned into work from home. Yeah, there was a couple weeks there, of course, where it was kind of a real challenge for a whole bunch of people to do things. But, you know, we also had family concerns and all that at that point as well, as did most of you, right? So, by the time things settled down into kind of a work-from-home lifestyle, as it were, we found ourselves in a position, I think, to be able to work quite effectively. And that has really helped us a lot. It's been really nice. Any info on the Players' Council, Craig, over on Twitch asks? Yeah, I actually do have a little bit I can talk about there. I saw a list getting circulated around today of potential candidates to invite. That work is not being done by me, but is being done by our associate producer, Kokomo Jobo, who's going to be taking a lead role in the DDO Players' Council here in the coming months. And so he's largely putting together a list, and I will be, kind of helping. I've been helping to vet that list and such. But I've been seeing that list as of today. So I think the goal is to start getting invites out in the relatively near future and make some real forward movement on getting a new Players' Council seated and ready to go. So that's all cool.
Several clay golems stand
I'm not
idle
going
in
to do the
Mage
golem
Wright's
fight.
workshop, waiting to be reactivated. They would be difficult to fight, though it might also be argued that it's better for you to deal with them now, before someone less prepared comes along.
That's true. Tough RPG has someone directly in their family who is
With magical energy. It's connected to
a pharmacy tech, and oh my god. Oh my god. My heart goes out to you and yours, and I'm glad that you're there, and she's there. But oh my god, it is crazy out there. If I don't need the vaccine, maybe just wait, is what you're saying. Yeah, that is the general... Well, that's what I've been doing. I am comfortable working from home at SSG, in my office, being able to do my community manager job. I'm keeping myself and everyone around me safe, and I'm taking good precautions, and I'm a pretty healthy adult who doesn't really have to worry about... who has evidence to believe that I'm not particularly prone to getting sick from this particular virus. So I have been waiting for the more vulnerable to get vaccinated first, for sure. The only reason I'm even personally considering it is because I do work for the church that I'm a member of. And, I'm not talking about that kind of thing on the stream, other than to say they kind of want me to get vaccinated so that I can start helping them out and do some more stuff there.
Brute lumbers about in the large chamber ahead.
I help a local church in my area that I'm a member of Livestream their COVID services on Sundays, and I've been doing that for most of this COVID pandemic as well. Uh-oh. Kind of rough. Can I get it done? Can I get it done? Oh. Can I get it done? Just barely, but yes. And I'm not done yet. But I feel pretty comfortable I can take these dudes out. Yeah!
something old yet new that Capstone was sent here to collect.
Good timing as well.
The old mine here has long since collapsed. Someone must have dug one too many times.
Someone's saying the old lead minis are maybe the best minis. They are really special to me. I have to admit, though, I think we live in a mini renaissance right now in the year 2021. With all the 3D printing and kind of low-cost plastic printing that's going on, the removal of lead and replacement of really high-quality materials, the huge amount of variety out there that is available in the mini world. Frankly, I think we're in just an absolute renaissance. It's amazing. I even get smoke screen on the shield there, huh? Maybe I should do that instead. Keep my nice little trinket that I like for now. It's a large shield. Better than the well. I'll be getting 2 con from something else and real soon anyway. Sweet. Alright, well I may actually take that then. And what's this fort? 51? Okay, well, for now. That'll work. Alright, well this actually should work out fairly well then. So I can do housekeeping next week on the stream, and that should work out pretty well in terms of timing. And then the week following then will be hardcore, and then we'll be doing hardcore with breaks for Lamania, and then we'll kind of head on over to Other Worlds after this. So the Chronicles of Urmag will probably end after housekeeping, and then whatever else we do to fill out next week's stream, and that'll be that. Bonus for this week is double daily dice. And I'm not going to roll my gold roll today, even though I almost did like 5 times. I'm going to hit silver instead, because Double Daily Dice XP kicks off tomorrow, late morning Eastern Time, runs through Sunday. And then again, this is the final weekend of the anniversary event. That runs through Tuesday, March 23rd. It'll be shut off on the 24th. When we go down for our downtime. And then, in case you missed the news, Hardcore Season 4 arrives on Wednesday, March 31st, and runs through June 29th, and we'll have more information about that in the coming weeks. What is my 6th upper left icon? This? Oh, 6th, upper left. Oh, Blessing of Onatar. Yeah. Just a fire absorb item on whatever it is that's getting me that blessing. I can't remember what it is now. But, no. Oh, it's from the Stalwart, right? Ooh, and I got a couple more points to spend. I am just using this. I'm going to be bringing up my enhancement bonus, both for shields and armor. It doesn't hurt for the weapons either. Pretty soon I'm going to start dipping into Vanguard. And then I haven't quite decided which tier 5 I'm going to take yet, but probably Stalwart Defender is usually what I do. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to reconsider my options. But I'm still just kind of in the building phase on this, and I'm boosting up my armor class and enhance and boost a little bit to help myself out there. So, all right, well, hey, you know what? That's going to do it with the show here today. So thanks very much for watching. You can find the full schedule over on twitch.tv/DDOstream. Have fun, everyone, and I will talk to you again soon.